What's going on, guys? Ben here, Enos Tech, and today we're going to be taking a look at ROCCAT's Horde AIMO RGB lit membranical keyboard. Now, I know I don't say that properly, but it's the closest you could get between a membrane and a mechanical keyboard, or at least so ROCCAT is telling us, but we'll take a closer look at that in a minute. Basically, it's a membrane keyboard, but it still has a bit of a lower actuation, quicker actuation than most membrane keyboards. So it'll be interesting to see how well that works out for us. Now, just to get things started off, a lot of people have been trying to compare this to a mechanical keyboard. And if that's kind of what you're looking for, it's not that. It's not a mechanical keyboard. It is still a membrane keyboard. But what you get in terms of giving up the mechanical nature of your keyboard is you get a crap load of features that you wouldn't get on a standard mechanical keyboard for this type of price. So if you're after a bit more feature-rich keyboard and not so worried about the mechanical nature, then this is definitely something that you'll want to watch. So getting into it, as you can see here, they've got this nice detachable wrist rest, which, well, when you're not doing it on video, it comes off nice and easy, as you can see. So whether you like it or not, it's there, it's included in the box. It snaps on, snaps off quite easy. As you can see, it features a full key layout with the number pad. We've got 5 macro keys coming down the left hand side of the keyboard that are also low profile keys. Now what this is going to do is make sure that they're not as easily hit on accident. So they're still easy to hit when you're playing your game or whenever you're doing what you need to be doing, but you're not going to hit them moving your hand off and all that type of stuff. So that was a good call on ROCCAT's part for adding low profile macro keys in. As for that, all the other standard keys, they've got a bit of a curvature, fingertip curvature to them, so when your fingers are in them you can feel them a bit better, and it feels like, obviously your fingers are a bit curved as well, so it's nice that your fingers sit in the keys real nice, and it's actually quite nice to use. If you can put your mechanical fanboyist to the side or whatever you want to call it, this is a nice keyboard to use. Up across the top right here, we've got all our media keys. As you can see, there's a play, pause button. Back, forward, we got volume mute, volume up, a microphone, lighting, FX, and there's a couple other ones, and plus my favorite, as y'all will know, well, some of you will know, is the volume wheel. Now that can obviously be set to change the volume on your PC. You can use it to change the illuminations, and you can actually program it via the ROCCAT Swarm software to do a number of different things. Now, I've been using this keyboard for a couple of weeks now, and I've got to say that overall, for what it is, I'm happy with it. Personally, myself, I am a mechanical fanboy. I've been using mechanical keyboards for years now, but for what this keyboard has to offer for this price and the features that it has, it just blows a lot of mechanical keyboards for that price out of the water. As you can see, it's a great host of features, and obviously it's part of ROCCAT's new AIMO ecosystem, so it links up with your other peripherals and stuff like that, so you can control the RGB lighting across all of them. Again, that's all handled through the ROCCAT Swarm software. So why don't we go ahead and we'll take a closer look at the keyboard itself, check out some of the lighting profiles, and we'll wrap up this review. Taking a look at the keyboard, and as we can see down the left hand side, we have 5 macro keys. Now these are low profile keys which are designed to help you from not hitting them on accident, even though they're still easily accessible. Up towards the top right, we have a number of media keys that include things such as play, rewind, fast forward, volume, and we've also got our nice tunable volume tuning knob, which will allow us to change the volume, or you can set it to change the LED brightness, or a number of different features through the ROCCAT Swarm software. Overall, this keyboard looks quite nice, and as mentioned, all the keycaps do have a bit of a curvature for them, so your fingers fit in nice and feel great. Now why don't we go ahead and turn the lights off real quick and see some of those LED lighting effects. Alright, so the Horde Aimo has some pretty cool lighting effects. Now obviously, it's meant to be a part of the Aimo ecosystem, so you can sync it up with all your other Aimo compatible peripherals and get an awesome lighting effect streaming through all of them. You can get them all set up matching so they look decent. Now one of the cool things about this is via the ROCCAT Swarm software, there are some presets. Quite a few of them actually. There's some preset lighting modes. As you can see right now, I have it on fully lit. And I have a sort of blue theme chosen. The left side of the keyboard is a bit darker blue, and as it goes to the right, it kind of fades to almost a lighty white blue, if you will. I know it's probably hard to see in this video, but if you get the keyboard and look in the software, you'll see what I'm on about. Now, a great part of that is the themes have different colors. So if you want to keep it fully lit and quickly change it from blue to, say, a pinky red type one, go on, choose the theme color, and boom, apply it, you're good to go. Now, as far as some of the effects go, there is a nice a snake effect here, which, as you can see, kind of starts at one side of the keyboard and slithers its way through to the other side. Nice little effect. Again, all the different color themes can be applied to this, so it's quite nice, it's quite unique. There is obviously a breathing mode as well, which is a bit more unique than we're used to seeing. Normally, when you see the breathing mode, all the keys kind of light up as once. They kind of all breathe similar. ROCCAT have kind of designed this in different areas to light up about a second apart or so. It may be kind of hard to see in the video, but in real life and looking at the software, you can kind of see that the different areas light up at different timings. Now, this is kind of a great effects. So not only does it have great effects, it's also worth noting that it has the anti-ghosting feature, which none of these LED features or anything affect. So basically, you can, according to ROCCAT, you should be able to smash all the keys on this keyboard at one time and have it not affect the key inputs. All the keys will register and they'll all do what they're supposed to, which is absolutely amazing. As you can see here, now I've switched it on over to the color wave. And of course, via the ROCCAT Swarm software, you can change the speed and the brightness with ease right in the software. You simply just slowed the speed down myself, as you will see, and you click apply. Boom, job done. It registers almost instantly, and as you can see, it gives you total customization over your LED effects on the Horde Aimo. So these are some great LED effects, especially using the ROCCAT Swarm software. It pairs up nicely, and again, you can use it for all your ROCCAT peripherals, and especially those in the Aimo ecosystem. You can kind of link them all together and create some great effects. So that's pretty much it for the LED lighting. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this review here in a minute with some of my final thoughts. Alright folks, so there you have it. We've seen some of the lighting profiles, we've seen the detachable wrist rest, we've seen the macro keys, the multifunction keys, and the media keys, and the little tuning wheel, volume wheel here, which I am a big fan of. So let's go ahead, wrap up things, and I'll give you my final thoughts on ROCCAT's Horde Aimo. Overall, I'm quite impressed with what it has to offer. Again, this is a feature-rich keyboard that is meant to be part of the Horde Aimo, like the Aimo ecosystem, obviously being the Horde Aimo. Now, again, what that lets you do is it lets you connect all your Aimo compatible peripherals and match them up. And I mean, I've even seen things where ROCCAT showed me a thing where you can kind of get like a monitor screensaver to go in with it as well, which is kind of cool. So obviously there's a lot of options for the LED lighting side of things. Again, the lights aren't the brightest on this keyboard, but when you see them in person, I think that will be okay because they look really nice. They look crisp, they look clear. And again, this is due to the type of keycaps that ROCCAT has used. Again, the keycaps don't let any light out from underneath the keycaps as well, which is something you see a lot of in mechanical keyboards, which I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, the keys may be a bit better, might be a bit more responsive, but they do seep out a lot of light from the bottom to the way they're designed, which is a feature you don't have to worry about with the Horde Aimo. Now, I've played some Overwatch, some Battlefield, some Fortnite, and a few other games, and honestly, it's not let me down. It does take a bit of getting used to, but at the end of the day, I've been using the same mechanical keyboard for about 2.5 years now as my daily driver and my gaming keyboard. So while I do test other ones out, I always go back to that, and it takes me a bit of time to get used to other things. But overall, I'm very happy with it. I didn't have any input lag or any issues with the anti-ghosting feature, which is one of the main features for me when you're looking into a gaming keyboard. Yeah, I know it's not as big a deal in some like first-person shooter games, but when you start getting into MMOs and RPGs and that type of stuff, things can happen and you can hit loads of buttons. So kudos to ROCCAT for that. They've done a great job with their updated anti-ghosting software and engineering, or whatever you want to call it. Whatever they've done to this, as far as I can tell, it seems to have worked. Again, just got to mention it again, really. Like I said, it's a very feature-rich keyboard. At the moment, it's coming in around £90 here in the UK. So taking that into consideration, I'm going to go ahead and give it the Enos Tech Recommended Award. So yes, I can recommend this keyboard. It's very good value for the money. It's got a lot of features, and again, a lot of customization through that ROCCAT Swarm software. So if you are looking into this, make sure that you look into that Swarm software, because that's what's going to enable you to get the most from this keyboard. So with all that being said, I'll say a big thank you to ROCCAT for sending in their Horde AIMO. I've really enjoyed testing it. I've enjoyed using it. And this, I mean, for what it is, a nice membrane keyboard, it is that. It's a very nice membrane keyboard. Again, loads of features. So kudos to them for that. Again, with the recommended award. And as always, thank you guys for watching. And please stay tuned for more content in the future.